everybody doing today? I'm playing a little guitar this morning. I got my friend's guitar, he let me borrow it, so I thought I'd play it today on the show. How you guys doing? Good to see you on the Vital Axiom. We're gonna roll here just in a minute. We're just waiting everybody to get rolled in. Hey, Tracy, Pat, Sandra, Pam, Ethan, Jason. Just goofing off with the guitar. Okay. You guys ready to get this thing rolling? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, here we go, y'all. Down, down, good to see you on the Vital Axiom today. Just goof. Hey, baby girl, my wife just showed up and she's throwing some hearts. Denise got here. We were waiting on Denise. We couldn't start without you. Today, you can see I've got the guitar. I got the guitar. My friend's guitar. Let me borrow it. It sounds so good. Oh man, this is a Taylor. It's their Taylor Electric. Man, I love the thing. I love it. And I thought we'd just mess around today. So Brian said glory. I know Brian likes the guitar. I've known that from before. Good to see you guys on the show today. Let's jump right in. We're talking this week about it's not business, it's personal. And you want me to rock a little bit? I ain't played in a long, long time. My chops are not good. Привет, мой брат. My chops are not good, but I'm gonna mess around anyway. This guitar sounds so incredible. Like country music, there's that little... Anyway, so we're gonna sing Break Every Chain, because I like to play guitar on that. So it's just a guitar day. It's Friday. I'm free to do whatever I want to do. Hey, 8up TV, and good to have you guys on the show. We'll get back to talking about cool stuff here in a minute, and but first of all, let's just sing this song together and play a little guitar with it, and just have some fun. It's Friday. We worship the Lord a little bit, and just see how it goes. I don't know. There's power in the name of Jesus. There's power in the name of Jesus. Oh, there's power in the name of Jesus. Oh, to break every chain. There's power Yes, they will. There's an army rising up. There's an army rising up. There's an army rising up to break every chain, break every chain, break every chain, to break every chain. There's an army rising up. You're a chain breaker. You're a chain breaker. Nothing can stop your grace. Oh, you're a chain breaker, God. Your grace, your mercy, the power, the blood, and the cross. Oh, yeah. Oh, to a chain breaker. Oh, my mighty God, break every chain. Oh, no matter where you are, what you're doing, what's going on in your circumstances, just turn it over to the Lord, over to the Lord. He will make a way when there seems to be no way. Oh, He's a chain breaker. Oh man, having fun. Woo! I'm having fun. That's okay. I'm sorry. I just had too much fun. I got lost. You guys are still here, right? I just love playing. I love worshiping. I love music, period. You know, you guys know I did my DNA ancestry recently, and that was actually in there. Did you know that? That was actually in there. It talked about that I could possibly have the ability to interpret chordal differences. And regard, friend. How you guys doing today? I can just go on singing all day long. I don't know. We got to wrap up this week. Thank you so much, Brian. You guys are too nice. Love you guys. You guys are sweet. All the comments, I can't see them all, but isn't that a great guitar? That is a sweet guitar. I love that guitar. It's just awesome. And I haven't played them forever. And since Keaton's kind of taken over playing guitar at church, I don't ever play anymore. So my fingers are already hurting. So it's been months and months and months, literally, since I've played guitar. So much power in the name of Jesus, Jane said. Isn't that the truth? So much power. To break every chain, yes, He can. No matter what your chains are, He can break them. Drug addiction, depression, fear, sickness. We've had 2 great cancer reports this week. You say, great cancer reports? What does that mean? One of our guys had cancer in his nose, squamous cell. I'm not sure I'm saying it right. We prayed and prayed, went for the PET scan. 0, no cancer anywhere, not even in his nose. And another lady had a tumor removed, and they said when they got in there, it was like 3 times smaller than they thought it would be, and they only found a little bit of cancer in one other place, so we're just believing God for a wonderful thing for her. Oh, come on, Brian. Come hang out with us, Bubba. Hey, we've been talking this week about It's personal. And the answer to the whole reality is that you right now, right in this moment, right where you're sitting, right, whatever's going on in your life, you're as close to God as you want to be. And I know some of you that argue with me and go, no, I want to be much closer to God. Okay, if that's the reality, then why aren't you? Why aren't you? Why aren't you moving closer? Why aren't you praying more? Why aren't you worshiping? Why are you having divided loyalties? As we read yesterday, and this has kind of been our foundational scripture all week, and we're going to kind of pick up and just gab a little bit. I know, isn't it awesome? And James 4:8, go look it up. And I want you to understand that it's written to the church again. This is conversations with the church. I mean, I'm sure sinners could also read this and say, "Hey, that applies to me too." But there's no such thing as a sinner who has divided loyalties between God and the world. There's no such thing, because sinners are lost. They have no loyalties to God. So obviously, we're talking to Christians. It's funny how we read the Bible and don't realize who's being talked to, who's being spoken to. James 4:8 says, "Draw near to God, and He'll draw near to you, or draw near to Him." And the rest of it says, "Wash your hands, you sinners, purify your hearts, for your loyalty is divided between God and man." And of course, here's what we find out: that the reality for all of us, and that includes myself, is that if we are not as close to God as we should be, then the reason is our loyalties are divided. You know, we have certain loyalties we give to the world and say, "World, you got it. I'm never going to let God invade this part of my life. And God, I'll give you this, and we'll try to keep the world out." And obviously, we find out that doesn't actually work. It doesn't work. It actually separates or draws you away from God. And the connotation, understanding is that the reason we are not near to God and we need to draw near is because we have sin in our life. Our hearts are not pure, which means our motivation and our passions are questionable. And our loyalty is divided between God and the world. And it's such powerful truth. Now, we also use another scripture in Revelation where the Lord said, "Behold, I stand at the door and knock. If any man would open the door, I will come in to him, and we'll have a dinner and sit down and sup together." Now, we said that proves for us one thing, one simple truth for all believers, is that the doorknob is on your side. And that scripture is also written to Christians. "Behold, I stand at the door and knock" is written to Christians, not written to the world. That's a letter to a church. What? Yeah. God's saying, "Hey, church people, Christians, I'm out here saying, hello, it's me. I'm knocking on the door, and you got the doorknob on your side because God put it there, because God gave you the will to choose Him or other things." And of course, if you try to choose both, that's called hypocrisy, and it doesn't work. It's the same as not choosing God. So we have to realize today, you are as close to God as you want to be. And I know some people will say, no, I want to be much closer. I want to be one day I'm going to be this great Christian. And I'm like, no, you're not, because if that was in your heart, you'd be doing it now. You'd be doing it now. You'd be doing it right now. You'd be saying, "God, all I want is you." So the question then, it comes down to this. Here's what it is. It comes down to this. Where is the division in your loyalties? And are you ever going to give up worldly loyalties? Are you ever going to clean your hands? Now, what does it mean, wash your hands? We know that has to do with the priest and the priesthood and all that, but for us, it means activity. Why do you wash your hands? Let's talk about, why do you wash your hands? Well, because of what you've been touching. You know, if you touch, for example, if you're home and you're cooking burgers, right? You patty those burgers out and you've been touching that raw meat for 20 minutes. What do you want to do? You want to desanitize? Or sanitize, not desanitize. You want to sanitize your hands. You want to kill all those germs. That's what you've been handling. My question is, the Lord's asking you, what in the world have you been handling? What is in your life that you need to purify your activities? And then He goes beyond your activity down to your heart. "Thou shalt love the Lord your God with all your heart, soul, mind, and strength." Heart, soul, mind, and strength. So we see that there's a difference between your strength, which is your hands, your doing, and your heart, which is your passion. That's where your motivation is. That's what your motivation is, found in your heart. So the question is, what have you been doing that needs to be cleansed out of your life? Who are you in your heart that needs to be transformed by the grace of God? And what loyalties in your life are really in the wrong camp? So again, you are as close to God. Sorry, let me adjust. You're as close to God as you want to be. And you say, "Well, no, I want to be closer." Then do something about that. Change your life. You've been given free will. You've been given free will. Let me just go back and I want to read this one passage today. Can I tell you this? Let me ask you a couple questions. I'm just looking through my notes because I'm not doing this in the same order I did it at church. I said this to the church. I said, you have as much of God as you want. You have right now in your life, you have as much as you want. Say, "No, I want more." No, Because if you wanted more, you'd be pursuing more. The Lord said, if you seek me, you'll find me. If you seek after me with all your heart. So if you wanted more, booyah, you'd be moving toward more. You'd be saying, God, you know what? Today I'm setting aside more time. God, I'm going to be in your word. God, I know this is not pleasing to you to live like this, act like this, talk like this. I'm changing by your grace. I know you're going to give me strength, but I'm doing that because I want more of you. So I would guess you have as much of God as you want. And here's the question really, because this is where everybody gets in trouble. What would cause you to want more? I found out that most of the time, the only time I find people really running after God's when they get in trouble. Isn't that sad? Not everybody, but so many people that they don't even think about God until trouble comes. You know, we got the woman with the issue of blood. I'm not saying she wasn't a believer or followed God before. That we got blind Bartimaeus. But I know this: when trouble came, honey, they were looking for Jesus, crying out and yelling and saying, "I don't care if people say, Jesus, have mercy on me." And so many people that I know, when they get in trouble, suddenly God is relevant. And folks, that doesn't work. You know, this doesn't work. God's not your Walmart. Jesus didn't die so you could have a bunch of stuff. He died so you could have him. You could know him. Nowhere in the Bible, and I said this earlier in the week, and I do want to repeat it, nowhere in the Bible does it say, seek after stuff. Seek ye first the stuff in the world, and then maybe you can build a relationship with God. That's not what it says. Seek ye first the kingdom. Jesus said, if you seek me, you will find me, not things. If all your prayers are absorbed in asking for more stuff, even healing, yeah, even things that matter, that are important, then probably there's something wrong with your prayer life. Because we should be seeking him. And I said this earlier, but some of you weren't here. Earlier in the week, I said, the Lord showed me a picture of his hand and said, Wayne, which do you want, my hand or my face? You can seek what I can give you, or you can seek me. He said, when you find me, nothing I could ever give you will compare. And I was like, okay, I'm seeking your face, God. That's what I want. So what would cause you to want more? You can decide today just to draw near. You don't have to go into trouble or hit some rock bottom in your life. You can just say, Lord, I want more of you. Okay, let me just wrap up. Deuteronomy chapter 30, verse 19. Got to hurry and read this to you. Deuteronomy 19 says this. Today I've given you the choice between life and death, between blessing and cursing. Now I call on heaven. Listen to this right here. Now I call on heaven and earth to witness the choice you make. Everybody's up there leaning over the edge of heaven watching. What choice is Wayne going to make? He's preaching about it. Oh, that you would choose life so that you and your descendants might live. You can make this choice by loving the Lord your God, obeying him, and committing yourself to him firmly, or firmly to him. Loving. It's not anything about any kind of materialistic stuff. And then verse 20, this is the key to your life. And if you love and obey the Lord, you will live long in the land. There's a record of your choice in heaven. You know that all of heaven knows right now that you don't want any more of God, or you ain't got time for God. Ain't nobody got time for that. All of heaven knows. There's a record. Okay, guys, I'm out of here. Thanks for putting up with me, you guys that jumped in here, and maybe you're laughing and giggling. Maybe you're worshiping, smiling. I don't know what you're doing. But I love you guys. I love to hang out with you. This is the coolest part of my day most of the time. And hope you had a great time. Hope I didn't drive you crazy playing the guitar. I had fun, though. I did. It's a great tenor guitar. So adios, das vidanya, Bog blagadin. Hallelujah, gloria a Dios. You guys have a great day. Revelation 8:1. Go read it. Brian wants us to read Revelation 8:1. Okay, kids. I'm on the exit. I'm exiting. I'm heading out. I'm leaving. Hey, let me just say this before I go. My parents' 60th anniversary wedding and ministry is this weekend. If you know them, we're having a drop-by event here at the church from 1 to 3 on Saturday. You can come out. You don't have to bring a gift or anything. You can if you want. Have some refreshments, love on mom and dad, look at some funny pictures, just all kind of cool stuff like that. And they're going to be with us in service on Sunday. My dad founded this church. So it's going to be a lot of tears this weekend. Love you guys. Have a great day. Be good to somebody, and won't you pursue the Lord. Love you. Woo-woo, Lee. Woo! Hip, hip. You guys can follow us on Facebook. All kind of different ways. Here you go. Wayne Hager Official. That sounds so important, doesn't it? Hey, Jennifer, we're leaving.